Hi guys, welcome back. So today, a new fragrance that came out not too long ago. I was so lucky. I feel so lucky because I got my hands on a sample from Sephora while I was ordering. I saw the samples. I was like, ooh, I need to order something just to get the sample. I'm kind of crazy, but I really want to try some fragrances. And guys, I don't have the full bottles, but it's because these bottles are like $300-$400 a piece. And I wouldn't be able to do so many reviews or videos if I had just massive bottles. And I don't like returning stuff. So that's another thing. So it comes in a little bottle like this, in a little packaging like this, which is super cute. It is Tom Ford Rose de Russie, or Rose of Russia, which is super nice. Black packaging. I love the aesthetic already. Black and white is just like one of those things that I really love. And then we're gonna open it up. It's not gonna be like the bottle or anything, which I wish it was like a mini version of the bottle. It would be way cooler and I would appreciate it even more, but I still appreciate it, you know, like it's cute. And then we have a beautiful rose juice in there, which is so delicious. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see it properly on the camera, but it is kind of a deep rose, which is super pretty. The first time, okay, so I'm gonna reapply it because I don't mind. I've been wearing it all day and it's still there, but it's faintly there. So I've been wearing it at the moment for more than 9 hours and it's still faintly there on my skin. So it's not like eternal fragrance, but it still lasts very long. Yes, so the opening, okay, so already now my nose is getting more used to the fragrance because the first time that I kind of sprayed it on my skin, it was very smoked. Like it was a smoky type of scent, almost a little bit like cigarettes, but I was like, I can't put my finger on it. So I went to check out the notes because I was like, whoa, woo, this is intense. And it is white pepper, and the more that I smell it, it's a pepper note, right? But it's a bit smoky. It's like a smoked white pepper in my opinion. And it opens up very smoked and leathery on my skin. So when I open it up, that's what it smells like. When you smell it from the sample, it smells a little bit more of like the roses that are inside the notes. But on my skin, definitely it is very strong and it comes out a white pepper smoked scent on you. So if you don't like that's really spicy, warm type of smoke scent, you might not like the opening of this fragrance. And it is a very bold fragrance, so you're gonna be able to notice it like right away because there's a sillage from this fragrance, which you're gonna be able to smell it on yourself, which I love. But if you don't like the notes, you're gonna be very overwhelmed by this perfume. And it's funny because there is a big emphasis on the leather note on the entire way that you're going to be wearing it. So it starts off as pepper smoky, like kind of a smoked pepper. And then you smell the leather, and it's a warm, deep leather, which it's very deep, you know. So that's why it is a unisex scent. It's because it is very deep. And then you go on to the rose that is just like saying cuckoo from the background. You know, it's really coming out. It's coming throughout the day, it's developing on your skin. So the leather dims down as the day goes by, and then the rose takes emphasis more towards the end of the day. So it's a weird thing where it just doesn't switch. It's like the fragrance changes with you. The rose ain't the main event. It's not the main event. Even though it is called Rose de Russie, it's not the main event, which to a lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments about this. A lot of people are disappointed because it's not the main event of this perfume. It's very the leather. So if you like a leather fragrance, you're gonna like this one. And I was like so surprised. I thought it smelled like cigarettes on me. I was like, what's going on? You know, like the first time I smelled it. But it's just because I think I wasn't like used to the white pepper scent, the white pepper note, but I sprayed it and I smelled it right away and I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely white pepper. And I feel like it's the mix of the white pepper and the leather together that is kind of like a smoky type of scent. And then I asked my boyfriend to be sure, you know, and I was like, does this smell like cigarettes? You know, he's like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, am I crazy? You know, but it doesn't. It's a very unique yet simple fragrance. And then I would say after 2 hours of wearing the perfume, the leather was really dimmed down because at the beginning it was really intense, but then it dims down and then there's some woody notes that are coming through, which the woody notes are kind of like in the base notes. So it's going to take a while before they come through. And it's a very warm and enveloping note. And you don't smell as much as the spiciness, because at the beginning it was spicy and smoky, but like it becomes warm. And then it just changes throughout the day to a more warm, enveloping scent on you. And then when the rose comes out on your skin, on my skin, it's kind of like not a sweet rose at the beginning. It's very warm and deep and almost like there's a sharpness to it. And then depending on how much you sprayed on your skin, which is absolutely weird, I know. I'm going to explain it to you guys. I sprayed on this wrist, and then on this wrist, it smelled the rose, but it has a sharpness to it. Versus when I pressed it with this wrist, on this wrist that I just pressed and I didn't put a lot, it was so sweet, like it transformed into a sweetness on my skin. So the less I would put, the more sweet and warm and more feminine the fragrance would be. So the more you put, I feel like the more masculine it's going to be. And the less you put, the more feminine it'll be. And the more feminine it's going to develop, or whatever it is. And you don't need a lot. You're going to smell a lot of it. It will sillage a little bit. So you're going to have a beautiful trace of scent if you like that. So people just like to keep the fragrances for themselves. But of course, if you're putting an expensive fragrance, you definitely want it to show. And of course, like talking about the top notes, it was white pepper all the way. That's why it smelled so smoked, so spicy. And I feel like this kind of note is more of like a male type of fragrance. But if you are layering it with something else that is a little bit more fresh, then you're definitely going to be able to, you know, wear it on its own. And if you take this as a base fragrance and then you put something else on top, your other fragrance is just going to last so long and your scent is going to last forever, honestly. The way that I would describe this fragrance, okay, it is a very bold fragrance, but it is also elegant. And there's a sexiness to it. So the way that I imagined the fragrance when I was working, because I was wearing this as I was working. I don't know why, but okay, never mind. So I was just imagining that you are wearing kind of like a leather coat, but there's a more like revealed sexiness to it. So then you would remove your leather coat because the leather is just diminishing throughout the day, and then you have this veil of like this black veil, transparent, that is covering your skin, but you can see the skin, so it's like revealing. It's like a little peak of like, ooh, sexiness. And that's where the rose is, and that's where it's like a little bit more kind of sexy in that way. And the sexy fragrance becomes sweeter as the time goes by. So it's like the veil changes color throughout the day. You know, it's really, that's the image I get from this fragrance. So would I wear this fragrance on a day-to-day basis? I mean, it depends on my mood, I guess, because this is an intense fragrance. Like, you really need to love pepper notes. You really need to love leather notes and like a little bit of the rose, you know. But if you don't like pepper and leather and you don't like deep and woody leathery scents, you're not gonna like this fragrance at all, because this is smoked intense and it's gonna leave a statement. And when to wear this, I feel like there's two different moods to it. So in the winter, I feel like it would be more of a cozy fragrance, because a lot of winter fragrances that have like leather and like smoked kind of scents are like, oh, cozy and like, you know, by the fireplace, you know. That's type of the vibe that I would wear, is like you're dressed well but cozy at the same time near a fireplace. That's where I would wear this fragrance. Or I would wear it in autumn, because it reminds me of the color of autumn, the leaves falling. So it would be more of a fall type of fragrance because of the leathery and woody scents through it. And then the rose is like, hi, on the side, and be like, hi, I'm so cute, and like, I am here and I'm coming throughout the day. And it's like a blossoming, can you say that? Blooming fragrance. Like, it blooms throughout the day. It's like a rose. It blooms, you know. It's very nice. It's a nice fragrance. Would I spend personally $400 to buy this myself? I don't think I like it that much to buy it for $400. I mean, that would be expensive. I would buy like a small sample and be like, oh, this is cute. Like once in a while I would wear it because of the price. But Tom Ford fragrances are absolutely amazing. And if you like leathery scent or anything, I would recommend you smelling the perfume and trying it out before buying it. It is not a safe blind buy because a lot of people, from the comments I've read, from other people seeing, they don't like it at all. And it's because they feel like it's very like bold and intense and it smells like cigarettes. That's what people are saying, but I feel like it's because my nose isn't accustomed to all of the notes yet. And yeah, I can definitely tell it's pepper now. Like it's pepper and leather together. But if you don't like that, don't buy it. I don't recommend it for people that don't like leather and pepper and spicy, really spicy. Like not just a little bit spicy, like crazy spicy pepper. I'm crazy because sometimes I like to take black pepper and just smell it under my nose. Like that's the type of thing I'm like, oh, pepper. Like that's the type of thing that I like, but I'm crazy. So it's more of a fall fragrance. Wear it in a chill type of temperature. If you are wearing it in a more hot environment, it's going to feel even more intense. And right now I am in a winter environment and I feel like it's more of like my vibe at the moment. Because if I'm wearing light, fruity fragrances, I'm like, ugh, it doesn't work. It's too light, you know, it needs to have a boldness to it. But anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed this review on the Tom Ford Rose de Russie fragrance. So if you did, make sure to like the video, comment down below which fragrance from Tom Ford you've smelled before, and did you get the sample from there or no? Tell me down below. I want to know if you tried it out and if you actually like it or not. So, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel for a whole lot of content every single week on a beauty, lifestyle, reviews, and more. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye, guys.